Here's how to vet his finances before the main course. If you want to know whether a man is financially stable and generous, please don't sit across from him on that first date and ask, "So, what do you do?" Or worse, "So, how much money do you make?" First off, a man can make a lot of money and still be stingy. I'm sure you've met one by now. Second of all, he knows exactly what you're trying to ascertain. I want him talking, because people will tell you an extraordinary amount about themselves when they don't realize that you're collecting information. And the way I see it, I'm not trying to audit his bank account before the appetizers arrive. I am trying to understand his financial character. Completely different thing. How does he spend his time? What does he prioritize? What does he plan? Does he have financial breathing room? And when he has something, money, time, access, or knowledge, does he naturally share it, or does everything seem to flow toward him? So instead of asking about money, I start with lifestyle. One of my favorite questions to ask is, what did you get into this last few weekends? Not last weekend. Give me 3, and then be quiet. Maybe he tells you he played golf or attended a fundraiser or flew down to Miami for a friend's birthday. Maybe he worked all 3 weekends. Maybe he stayed home and watched Netflix. None of those answers automatically make him good or bad. You're looking for patterns here. How does this man actually live when nobody is paying him to be somewhere? Then I might ask, what keeps you busy during the week? Now, that's so much better than, what do you do for a living? Because now he can tell you about his career, his business, his schedule, maybe philanthropy, what he's building right now, and how much control he has over his time. And then I listen. Now, Dumb V, the former unenlightened version of me, she used to ask a question and then help the man answer it. He would pause and she would jump in. Don't do that. Silence is part of the question. Most women are so uncomfortable with silence, you just keep talking. And that second or third sentence can tell you more than the first one when he responds. Now, if I am trying to understand his financial world without asking about his salary, I have several other questions I can pull from. If you suddenly had an extra week off, what would you do with it? That's one question. That is a beautiful question because it can reveal his lifestyle, disposable income, interests, and secrets, all without you mentioning money once. Or, what's something you don't mind spending good money on? Now, we're getting a little bit closer. Listen to what he values here. Is it travel, food, experiences, his children, home? What is it? And more importantly, listen to how he talks about spending. Here's another one. What's the best thing you've treated yourself to lately? And if generosity is what I'm specifically vetting for, I might ask, what's the best gift you've ever given to somebody? That one can tell you a lot. Don't just listen for the price, listen for the thought behind it. Did he have to go through something to get it? Does his face light up when he tell you what he did for somebody? Did he notice on his own what that person wanted? Did he enjoy making them happy? Because generosity isn't just having money. Generosity is an orientation. And a man with money can resent every dollar that leaves his hand. Another man may genuinely enjoy creating experiences for you, or helping people he loves and making someone's life a lot easier. I'm looking for the orientation, and I'm watching his behavior on that date. How does he treat the service staff? Does he complain about every price on the menu? Does he make little comments about how expensive women are? Pay attention. Does he bring up gold diggers when nobody asked? Or how about an ex that took him to the cleaners? Does giving seem to make him uncomfortable? Listen, because sometimes women hear those comments and immediately start proving they're different. You're like, I'm not like that. Or I don't need a man's money. Dumb V, she used to do that. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought I was showing him I wasn't after his money. What I was actually doing though was giving him information about how little he might have to contribute to me. Now, Miss V, this version of me, does not audition to be the cheapest woman a man has ever dated. Far from it. I listen now because I'm not there to convince him that I'm worthy of his generosity. I'm finding out whether generosity is already part of this man's character. That's the difference. I'm not asking how much can this man spend on me. I'm asking what happens naturally when he has something to give. And I want to know that before I become attached emotionally. So if you're sitting across from a man on a first date, don't turn dinner into a financial audit. Ask a good question and then shut up. Let him tell you who he is. And if you want to learn how to uncover this kind of information before you've invested months into the wrong man, my Smart Vetting, Vet Him by Dessert guide shows you exactly what to ask, what to listen for, and how to figure out who you're dealing with before dessert. It's linked below.